Welcome to Crocodile MTG, your home of competitive, constructed play in the modern, standard, and legacy formats. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the Crocodile MTG channel, and we hope you enjoy today's video. Go ahead to game number 5. Alright, hopefully we get this last one and we can get a record of 3-2. We are going to play first. Hopefully that feeds to our advantage. This hand is medium. I think I'm going to mulligan it. Alright, this hand is much better. We're going to keep this. Ooh, I didn't... that was not what I wanted to put on the bottom. That's unfortunate. Hopefully we can... Flooded Strand. I was clicking on the Teferi to move it in my hand, and rather than doing that, I put it on the bottom. Alright, that's a little rough. Here's a Scalding Tarn from our opponent. Hopefully we can shuffle our Teferi back in our deck and maybe find it. We're going to opt here. D-Sphere, I think we're going to put that on bottom. Alright, here's a Field of Ruin. Hopefully our opponent doesn't play anything too rambunctious here, and then we can, we don't have to use our Force Negation, and then we can hold it up next turn. I'm not sure what our opponent's on yet. Alright, here's a Steam Vents from our opponent. Hopefully they just play out... Oh, I'll foil. Fancy. I was going to say, hopefully they just play out like a Thing in the Ice, and we know what our opponent's on at that point. But we'll find out here. They could be a control list. Alright, it looks like it is, it could possibly be a Bring the Light control deck. Growth Spiral here from our opponent. Play out a Lumbering Falls. It's definitely an interesting one. I'm going to attempt to get rid of some of their mana here. I should have probably taken out the Steam Vents, to be honest. They could Cryptic here and then set us back a mana. Alright, I think we're just going to grab a basic island here. And hold up Cryptic mana. Alright, we'll pass the turn back. We don't have Cryptic, but we do have Force Negation, so we just got to see what our opponent plays. Here's a Ice Fang Quotal. Alright, this does seem to be the Bring the Light list. I think that's all fine. I think I'm going to attempt to land a Jace next turn. Actually, I'm probably just going to play out this Teferi. And see if they let it resolve or not. They probably have Cryptic here. Maybe I should have waited a turn on the Teferi. Yeah, this has to be Cryptic. Counter draw. That's fine. Now, at least if our opponent plays out Scape Shift next turn, I can Force Negation it. I probably should have waited a turn to keep it up, the Force Negation on us. Alright, at least if they don't have the mana this turn, I guess two things. One, they'd have to go to the discard. Alright, there's a Serum Visions. Yeah, we're definitely playing out this Narset next turn. They put 2 cards on top, and they play out a land. Alright, that's a little rough for us. Now we at least have a Jace available. Now the question is, do I want to just play out... Yeah, I guess I play out Narset here. Make them use a counter spell if they have one. I'm gonna minus and find something, hopefully. Spell Pierce is pretty good. We'll pass the turn back. Yep. That happens. Next turn I can at least play out a Jace with Pierce up. Alright, they seem to be playing the like slow and grindy game. Alright, I think that's fine. They have a Remand. If they have Cryptic, I just pierce that. If they have a Force Negation, this is a little rough. Alright, it seems like they do. Alright, they're gonna get it. They exiled Stubborn Denial. That's an interesting interesting card for this deck. Alright, I'm gonna attempt another Jace. Thank goodness. Alright, hopefully we're going to be able to keep them off of killing us, but it definitely looks like it's getting a little rough. Alright, so if they activate Lumbering Falls, I can just kill it with Field of Ruin. If they attempt to Scape Shift win, I can kill it with Force and Negation, unless they have a Remand. Yeah, we're definitely not in a great spot, but we're not losing just yet. I feel like I'm playing a little sloppy too because I don't know the Modern format as well as I should. That may be completely my fault. Not maybe, it is completely my fault. Does our opponent have something on our upkeep here? Alright, there's an opt. Maybe they're trying to bolt our Jace. We put one card on top and draw it. If they try to bolt our Jace, we do have the Force of Negation. Double red doesn't look like a bolt, though. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and negate that. If they have a remand here, we can at least, okay. Yeah, we have to hold up snap negation, unfortunately. Alright, they're going after me, which I think is fine. Going to attempt to cast Electro Dominance again. I don't think I can let this resolve. I'm not sure exactly what they have, but we're casting it for 1 here. Alright, I'm gonna let this resolve, and hopefully we find a removal spell. Alright, there's a removal spell. There's also Teferi and a Path. Alright, we can't play the Teferi this turn, so I'll probably just put that on top of our library. Return target permanent. I think that deserves a Path. We're negating them 2 cards here. But we're giving them a land, which I think is fine. Yeah, we're going to take out this Lumbering Falls while we can also. And we have Teferi on top. Oh, actually, no we don't. Now we don't. Shoot. Yeah, the top of our library was pretty stacked. Now it's not. Alright, we at least have a Snapcaster. Come on, let's draw Teferi. That's not a Teferi. So do we want to activate Colonnade here? We'd have 2 mana. Yeah, I don't think it's... we gotta start getting in damage somehow. If we draw another land, we can start getting Force Negation up. What are they playing? Electro Dominance for 4. That's fine. I think I'm gonna snap ops here. I don't think our opponent has anything. They could have a... Okay, they have a remand. They probably have another counterspell. Oh, they have Quotal. Block Snapcaster. Yeah, this is unfortunate. I'm gonna attempt to resolve this though. We can only give them so long to draw things. Hopefully it's just not a hard counter. I'd like to see like a remand. Yeah. Alright, there's another Ice Fang. So our opponent's going to be able to cycle through their deck pretty well. I'd like to find something. Hopefully we'll be able to find a counter spell. What am I most afraid of here? They have Force Negation, they have... Alright, how many remands have they cast? 1, 2, 3... So I'm probably most afraid of Cryptic Command. Oh, they have Electro Dominance. And they have Force Negation. Oh my. This is quite a hand from our opponent. So 2, 4. They just have the game. Yeah. Alright, let's move to the sideboard. So we want Disdainful Strokes. I don't know. Settle? Maybe not. I can see bringing in a Lyra. Wrath of God's probably not something we want. Fact and Fiction and Supreme Verdict's probably fine. Oust is probably something we don't want. Path is fine, Pierce is fine, Surgical's fine. I should have Pathed the Electro Dominance, but then he would have just used it. Purge is probably nothing I want. Rest in Peace isn't really something, because they're going to be playing all their things from their hand, so I want to be able to counter their Electrodominance. I think I'm going to cut an Opt. Opt makes it more efficient. Maybe it's just a Fact and Fiction here. Yeah, we'll cut that. Yeah, this hand seems keepable. Hopefully we just don't get turn 2'd. This hand seems really good. They have an Opt? They must. Oh, Crashing Foothold. Okay. That's fine. Pass the turn. They probably have Remand. There's a Spell Pierce, so I'll wait till next turn. Ooh, they are short on mana. Okay, there's their mana. I was like, ooh. Attempt to play a Narset here. I'm going to attempt to pierce it. Alright, does Narset resolve? Yes, she does. I'm going to take an Opt, since that's the only thing we can take. They don't have a Force Negation that we're aware of, which is good. They might have a Lightning Bolt for this Narset. Our defenses are down, so they could have something here. Alright, they're Serum Visioning. They get the Scry 2, since they can't draw off the Narset. There's an Ice Fang Quotal. And I think we're just jamming this this Lyra here. There's a Veto. Yeah, I think I'm fine with the Veto. Okay, they just ended up conceding anyhow. Alright, we're gonna... I think we're just gonna run back what we ran last. And hopefully we just get better hands. This is not one of the better hands. This is one of the better hands if we had the mana to support it, but we don't have... Like, if both of those were blue-white sources, I'd be willing to keep it, but not in this case. This one's also a pretty risky keep. I think I'm going to keep it, but I don't really love it. I think we're going to put Cryptic on the bottom. And pray we draw some white mana. Alright, there's a Colonnade. Teferi's really good in this matchup if we can get him down. So what we're going to do is probably turn 3... we'll cast Vendilion Click and hopefully bait our opponent into using a counter spell. Alright, our opponent's next draw step. We're going to attempt to vanillion click our opponent. Alright, there's a remand from our opponent. I should have waited till they cast the Electrodominance. They could have just been fetching also. That may have been a misplay on my part. Next, I mean, if they play the Electrodominance now and play out Crashing Footfalls, at least next turn we can play Teferi, bounce a Footfall token, and then path the other one. Alright, there's Quodal, which is fine. We're going to grab basic planes here. Attempt to play out a Teferi. Alright, Teferi resolves. We're going to minus on the... actually, cancel. Maybe we just plus. We don't want our Teferi being taken out by, like, double Lightning Bolt. Alright, that's fine. Hopefully they don't have a Lightning Bolt here. Alright, so our opponent's next draw step, we're going to play out this vanillion click. Again, hopefully they don't have a Lightning Bolt, but with our opponent's fetch, they may. They could just be trying to maximize their mana also. Alright, we'll see here what our opponent has. It could be... Oh, Cinder Vines. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm fine with that. Alright, now we have Disdainful Stroke and Vanillion Click. So we're in pretty good shape here. And our Teferi's finally out of bolt range. So I'm going to start with a Vanillion Click. They're not going to be able to respond because this is during their draw step. And I'm just kind of on the beatdown plan at this point. Alright, so I'm going to Ice Fang Quodal. Yeah, I think that's going to be the take here. If our opponent attempts to Electrodominance the Teferi, I can just Disdainful Stroke it. Alright, a fetch from our opponent. They tapped an island. Alright, again, our opponent's hand. We took the Quodal. They played out the Misty. Yeah. So, what do they have here? We're going to stroke that. We'll take a damage here, but I'm not worried about it. Sure. Alright, there's a Serum Vision from our opponent. Alright, there's a Snapcaster. That's pretty good. We'll play the land per turn, move to combat, and swing. And we'll leave up our Snapcaster, Disdainful Stroke. So anything our opponent suspends isn't going to get... Yeah, we can't do anything about that. If they Electrodominance for 2, though, we can still stroke it, which is good. Yep. My graveyard keeps blinking all over the place, and it drives me nuts. Alright, we can actually swing for 9 this turn. Opt is fine. They have Crashing Footfalls in hand. They put 1 card on top, and then they opt again. Sure. They put 1 card on bottom and draw. Yeah, that's going to lock up the game here, most likely. I think I'm just going to leave up. We're not going to play Dovin's Veto. We're just going to attack for 9 here. Put pressure on our opponent. Alright, and they decided to concede. So we did go 3 toots today with blue-white control. We got a treasure box, we got 100 play points, and we got a modern point. So that was pretty cool. So thank you all so much for watching. We did record live on Twitch today, so if you're on YouTube channel, please head over to our Twitch channel also and follow. That way you know when we're live. If you are on Twitch watching this, please head over to our YouTube channel where you can catch the replay of this also, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Mana Traders, for your awesome sponsorship of our Crocodile MTG channel. All our videos are brought to you by Mana Traders. They are an awesome card rental service. We also have Inked Gaming. We also have our Patreon page with awesome cool rewards and awesome access to Crocodile MTG. So if you'd like to hang out with me and learn more about me, head over to our Patreon page. And for as little as $1, you can support and monetize our content while also getting awesome cool rewards and hanging out with me. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please go hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. For your custom playmats, mousepads, and more, head over to Inked Gaming. Use promo code crocodilemtg10 to receive 10% off your order. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons.